Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a cute little Valentine's Day look, so keep on watching. We're gonna start off by priming our face. I'm gonna use the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and I really like this one as it keeps my face really matte all day. I'm just gonna spread it all over my face, around your T-zone where you get oily, and then we're gonna use the Baby Skin Pore Eraser by Maybelline. And we're just going to keep rubbing that into our pores, anywhere we have big pores. Then we're going to move on to our foundation, and I'm trying the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. I'll go ahead and leave the shade down below. I'm trying this foundation out for the first time. I've never used a cushion foundation, so I was really impressed by it. It is a little too yellow for me, but I made it work, so it's alright. So I'm going to zoom you in a little bit so you can see. And as you can see, it's very full coverage. This is just one little dab into the foundation, and I was really impressed. So just keep blending that in, and then I'll go in for another dab on the foundation and just keep spreading it all over. I'm not sure for what kind of skin type this is, but I have combination skin, and so far it's doing really good on my face. It hasn't broke down or anything. I'm just going to keep dabbing that into our face, making sure that it's blended all the way. Make sure to get some on your neck, especially since it is a little too yellow for me. I want to make sure that it's blended into my neck. Moving on to our concealer, I am going to use this one by NYX. It's a NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. We're going to go ahead and put some underneath our eyes. I'll go ahead and leave the shade down below. I don't really remember what shade I got, but I think it was number 4. Just put some under our eyes. It is kind of yellow as well, but I kind of like my concealer like this. It gives you a little bit extra coverage, especially for those dark under eyes. Put some on our chin, anywhere that needs a little bit more coverage, even though this foundation was already really full coverage. On the bridge of our nose, on our forehead. This isn't a new concealer, but I've always found it on Ulta, and yesterday when I went to Target, I saw that they had it, so I went ahead and picked it up since it is one of my favorite concealers. You just go ahead and blend it out, and it has really good coverage. And it is perfect for taking pictures as it is an HD concealer. We'll go ahead and keep blending that into our skin. And then we're going to go in with our Air Spun Translucent Powder. I am not going to bake, I'm just merely setting our concealer or anywhere that we put concealer or foundation on. I didn't want to bake, so we're just going to keep on setting those spots that we put concealer on. And if you want your foundation to stay on all day, you gotta make sure you set it with the translucent powder or any type of powder, because that's what's gonna help it keep it in place and not move around throughout the day. So next we're gonna use a powder to set up our face, and this is the CoverGirl Outlast powder, and I actually got this from Influencer. They sent it to me for free for reviewing purposes, and I really like it. The shade is a little too dark for me, but like I said before, it's all about making it work. So we just keep putting that all over. I don't like to use a sponge. I rather use a brush, and this Real Techniques brush is really good. It's actually a foundation brush, but I use it for powder. And we are moving on to our eyes, and we're going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Go ahead and zoom you in a little bit. I already went ahead and primed my eyelids with some concealer and set it with some powder. And we're going to be taking our first shade, which is called Buon Fresco. It's a very pastel, light purplish color. I'm gonna put that into our crease. I decided to go with the cut crease today. I think it's cute and sexy at the same time, and I want to do a very cute, sexy Valentine's Day look. So I decided to put that into the crease, and we're going to take Love Letter and put that into our crease as well. Love Letter is a very dark fuchsia color. Put that into our crease. gonna be adding more and more and more. Since we are gonna be doing a cut crease, then I'll make sure our crease is very defined. So that's why I'm gonna go in with a lot of eyeshadow into the crease, just blend it. I'm gonna be using the Morphe single shadows, and this one is Barbie Girl. Nice baby, nice. It's all backwards. But yeah, I'm gonna put that into our crease, and Barbie Girl is, you know, like a Barbie color. Put that into our crease. The more shadows that you put in, the more defined that it's gonna be. I'm just gonna be putting more and more. I am just using the same eyeshadow brush. It's just like a pointed crease brush from Crown Brushes, I believe. I usually just do my eyeshadows with one brush. Like, there's no need for other ones, honestly. We're gonna take this one from Morphe and just blend the top of it. Okay, so now it's time to cut that crease, and we're gonna be taking some concealer and take this little pointed concealer brush. I think I got this brush off Amazon. It was like on a set. I don't really know what the name of it was, but we are gonna be taking that. I usually start off by putting some in the center of the eyelid and then go into the inner corner and just start shaping it out. It is kind of hard for me to do cut creases yet, so it's not the best looking one out there, but I tried. So we're just going to be shaping that out. I start from the inner corner, try to make like a little half circle around the eye, and then I'm going to be extending it out to the tail. And then from the tail back in, and yeah, just keep shaping it out. There's a lot of different ways to do cut creases, but this is usually how I do mine. I was thinking about it as I was doing it, and then I was like, I should have probably done my eyeshadow before I put foundation on, because I'm gonna have to go back and clean it up with the makeup wipe. So yeah, just keep cutting that crease. I'm not gonna set it with a powder. I'm just gonna go in directly with an eyeshadow that I'm gonna be using up next. So just making sure that it's evenly distribute. I don't want a chunk of concealer somewhere. So I'm going back in with some eyeshadow to define the crease a little bit more. I did get kind of lost with all the concealer that I put in. So I'm just going in and defining it a little bit more, because that is the goal here, to make it more defined. Up next, we're using the Too Faced and Nikkie Tutorials collaboration, The Power of Makeup, and using Sugar Coated. I really like Sugar Coated as the lid color, because it is like a white champagne with pink in it. Putting that into the lid. It's better if you use your finger, and I do go in with a brush so it can be a little bit more defined. Get it right in beneath the crease line. Pack it on there. It's better if you pack it on than trying to swipe it. That's what I learned from that. And then I will go in with a little bit more eyeshadow on top, because I really do want the crease to be very defined, like I said a million times already. Yeah, just pack it on there. Like I had said before, I should have done my foundation after my eyeshadow, because I do have to go back in and clean it so it could be a little bit more defined, but it's okay because I'm gonna go back in with some concealer and clean that up. The eyeliner is totally optional, but I love wing liner, so I am going to be going in with this one from the Balm. I will list the name down because I do not know how to say it, but I've been in love with this eyeliner. I've been using it for like 2 weeks now straight. It's like very easy to do your eyeliner with, even if you suck at it like I do. It's like magical. I would totally recommend it to anybody that really wants to start learning to do their eyeliner. So just make the wing right there. I am gonna go ahead and do the other one. I'll be right back. And we are back. I really did like the outcome of it. It's very pretty, very cute, very Valentine's Day. So the eyelashes that I am wearing are from Kiss. They're the number 11 ones, and I really love them. I'm using the dual glue. The white one is my favorite one. And we're gonna move on to defining those cheekbones. And I'm gonna be using this one by The Balm. It's called Bahama Mama. I really love this one. It's like a bronzer, but I use it like as a contour. I'll be using this angled brush. Gonna put it into those cheeks. I really like a bronze look, so that's why I'm gonna put a bunch of bronzer on. Zooming out a little bit. I will be going in with another bronzer because, like I said before, I really like a bronze look. And if you're going on a Valentine's Day date or something, you don't want to look pasty or dead. You want some life in those cheekbones. I'm going to be using this one by NYC. It's called Smooth Skin, and I think it's in the shade Sunny. Put that into our cheekbones, our forehead, to make our forehead look smaller than what it is. On our cheekbones, and then we're going to be snatching that nose like always. Why get a nose job when you can contour it? I'm going to be using this one with the Hula bronzer. Get this little angled brush and just define that nose, starting on the side of the nose. You got to make sure to blend it out really good, because if you don't blend it out that well, people will be able to tell that it is not real. So yeah, we're gonna put some blush on. I'm gonna be using the Paula's Choice blush. I'm not sure what shade I grabbed, but it's that pinkish one. I'm gonna be using this it's a dual fiber brush. It's a highlight brush and a blush brush, so I'm gonna be using it to put some blush on. And it is Valentine's Day look, so you need those rosy cheeks. I'm gonna be using this highlighter from the Carly Bible palette with Beige Cosmetics, and I went in with the pink champagne color. I thought it would be really cute with the look, since we are doing like a Valentine's Day look. We need all the pink that we can get in here. So I'm gonna be using that pink highlighter and just highlighting my life away. We are gonna go back into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette to do our lower lash line, and I'm just gonna mix those two colors in and take this Morphe, don't remember which one it is, but I will leave it down below, and put that into our lower lash line. I'm just mixing Love Letter and Bon Fresco into the lower lash line. And we are going to be using the e.l.f. mascara. I am in love with this mascara. It's perfect for the lower lash line. It gets all your little hairs down there. It is perfect for that. And the little wand is meant for that, so obviously. But yeah, just putting in there. For lips, I'm going to be going with this Milani matte lip cream. I think that's what it's called, number 11, Precious. I did just get this last night from Walgreens. I was on the hunt for new drugstore makeup and I found this one, and I have been wearing it for a few hours now, and it is amazing. It has not came off my mouth yet, and I've been eating all day. So put that in there. I thought this color was appropriate for the look as well, since we are going for a pinkish look for Valentine's Day. So put that into our lips, and it is very matte, so you have to work with it a little bit fast because it dries so fast and it smells so good. So we are going to be setting our face with the Mario Badutski Rose Water Spray. It smells so good and it keeps your makeup on all day. So yeah, just dry that up. And this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I will try to be doing more videos more often. So until next time, guys, I love you. Bye.